All right. Well, I just finished up a 1 mile run. Very, very easy. Originally, I planned not to run for this week. Let me hit a set of pull-ups real quick. But so basically for this year, I've been running at minimum twice per week. I've only missed, I think, 3 weeks this year. The 2 weeks were very early in the year. I got some kind of stomach bug, ended up not running. And then I think this past week, I missed my second run. And I should have made time for it, but once it came down to Friday and Saturday, I didn't have time for that second run unless I stayed up super late and cut into my sleep schedule really bad, and I didn't want to do that. So I missed last week, and then so it is now Friday, and I just hit the first run for the week. So I've got a Tough Mudder race. It's a 9 mile race. I've got that coming up next weekend, the 19th of October. And as a lot of you guys know, I run in Vivo barefoot shoes. I work in these all day, stand on concrete or like plywood or OSB most of the day. And so I was like, I'll just take off this week, let my feet recover, let my lower body recover from the running, so that I can go into the race pretty strong next Saturday. I got to thinking about it, and I got to thinking about the cold showers I've been taking and everything, and just my call to lead a different life. So I've also told you guys, let me get another set real quick. But I turned 21 in March, and so I want to take cold showers all the way up until my birthday, at least. When I turned 21, instead of going out and having a big party and drinking a bunch of alcohol, I'm planning for a 21 mile ruck. I'd like to put on a backpack, put in like 50 pounds, and just hike until I hit 21 miles. And I'd like to take that and share it across my social media, and mention that I feel like I'm kind of called to lead a different life, because I really just don't agree with a lot of the societal norms anymore. So like that 21 mile ruck will be one example of that. Taking cold showers, only cold showers, all the way from August up until March. So all the way through the winter would be one more testament to that. And then being able to say I've ran at minimum twice per week, every week, except 3 for an entire year. I've been squatting for, I don't know, well over probably 800 days at that point in a row. I don't know, I've got a lot of, I'd like to put in some Bible verses, throughout that too. Somewhere in Matthew, it talks about us Christians are called to be, the salt of the earth. And then Jesus says, what good is salt if it has lost its flavor? So I don't know. I feel like I've been kind of gifted with the ability to go against the grain. And just casually do a lot of things that people won't do. And so I kind of want to take that and then turn it around and give that glory back to where it should be. So there's several Bible verses I've got in mind that I want to share on that. So I decided to run today, and I'll probably end up running tomorrow as well, just so that I have one less week that I didn't hit my 2 mile run minimum, or two run minimum for a week. So I think tomorrow I'll probably just run a mile as well, just in the idea, hopefully I can recover, but there's no need for me to go out and hit anywhere from a 4 to 6 mile run this week. I'll be running a 9 mile mud race next weekend. So I will say for the past month and a half as well, I've been running at minimum 5 miles per week. So I started out this year just running twice a week, and it'd be like a 1 mile run and maybe a 2 mile run, or a 3 mile run the first day, maybe a half mile or just a mile. And then I don't know when it was, but I eventually decided I want to run at minimum 5 miles per week. So I've been doing that for at least a month or so now. So this week I don't plan on hitting that 5 mile mark, but I'm trying to recover a little bit. But that's basically the story for today. I've pulled 18 hours in the past 2 days. I worked an hour Wednesday, then 10 and a half hours yesterday, and I think 9 or 9 and a half hours today. Been on vacation at the beginning of this week and spent all of that time waking up at 4 in the morning and climbing 20 foot up a tree and sitting in the deer stand. And I repped this for a set of 50 yesterday, and the quads are a little sore, to say the least. And the adductors, golly. Also want to say on that run tonight, I ran probably a quarter mile of that backwards, because that's supposed to be healthy for the knees, running backwards. I figure if I want to keep pushing the extremes, which I don't go as extreme as I used to, but if I want to keep pushing my body for years on end, it's probably a good idea to do some maintenance and longevity focus sort of things. And so running backwards seems to be pretty good for the knees, and I don't have any knee pain, thankfully, right now. But figured it's a little bit of preventative maintenance I could do. So I ran probably a quarter of a mile tonight backwards, and I will say the quad pump it gave me was nasty. I had something pop up, like back to the thing of being called to lead a different life. I was just thinking a lot about that the other day, and thinking, how am I supposed to like minister to people? Like some people are called to be songwriters or musicians. Some people are called to be preachers. And I don't know. It's kind of been on my mind for a little bit, and then I ran across those few verses in Matthew about Christians being called to be the salt of the earth, and what good is salt if it has lost its flavor? Then I just kept doing some thinking, and sort of going against the grain has always been one consistent factor, like throughout all of my life. Maybe not so much as a little kid, but once I turned, I don't know, by the time I hit middle school, definitely into high school, there's just seemed to be a difference between me and everybody else. I don't mean to say that in an arrogant way. I've just always done things a little bit differently. I had something pop up in my Snapchat memories. May have been sometime this month, 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago. But I went up to the school track late at night, like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I remember I hopped the fence, and it was 26 degrees, snowing. I think the track was kind of starting to ice over, and I mean howling winds. Like when I was running, it was just like deafening winds. And I went up there and ran stadiums. So I'd run a lap around the track. As I came to the back of the bleachers, I ran up and down every stair section, came down onto the track, ran a lap, and got back up on the bleachers. I did that for a while. And 11 o'clock at night, dark, 26 degrees, everybody's holed up in their house. Nobody really knew I was out there doing that. But anyways, I ran until I thought I was done, climbed back over the fence, went and sat in my truck, and turned my truck on, got the heat going. Then I was thinking to myself, I said, I walked down this hill way too easy. You've got to go up a hill to get to the track at my school. Nah, that was way too easy. So then I turned my truck off, got back out, went up on the track, and ran for probably another 15 or 20 minutes. Probably finished out doing some sprints up there. No real reason to it. Did it just to do it. Alright, that's enough pull-ups for me tonight. There's my squats for the day. There's a 1 mile run. I'm gonna go inside, eat some supper, take a shower, and get into bed. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow.